Great. So, Laura just asked about the meeting, the, events coming up. So many events. So one of them, April, I'm just gonna do it in order. I'll send out this nice little flyer that they made at Meadows Park. This
Cool.
is about the, the, the kickoff workshop, wellness workshop for families on April 6th from 9 to 12. And then the adult, I'm thinking adult, beginner, and children's at the same time on the 3 following Saturdays in April. That'll be the 13th, 20th, and 27th. And that'll be from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. at Meadows Park. And we'll need 2 teachers, one for the adults and one for the children. I haven't decided if it should be the same person for all of them or if we should switch it up. I have no idea. So, open to suggestions on that. For the kickoff meeting, we have 2 people signed up pretty, I think, is Janine and Goy will be part of that thing. We have room for another person probably, and maybe another activity. So what I thought we'd do is make it kind of like our senior one, our senior event, which is usually, hang on one here. I have some of this written down already. And I think I shared it with you guys. Yeah, so for the main wellness event on April 6th, 9 to 12, we'll do Goy opening with sound bowls and then leading adult yoga, whatever level that ends up being. And at the time she begins adult yoga, one of us will take kids into a separate area or outdoors or another room or whatever. And do a kids class. And then we'll come back together and we'll gather for a little closing with the bowls, and kids can maybe try them up to Boy, whatever she wants to do with that. And then we'll have some more time for other possibilities. So I listed here a bunch of stuff: crafts, games, aromatherapy, maybe making something like a hand sugar scrub with essential oils, and healthy food, mala making, journals, chair massage. So we have a bunch of options here, and I didn't really list them all. I just listed what came to me. So basically what I'm picturing is like maybe 4 stations. So after the yoga and the sound ends, then it'll be more like just going from station to station and doing whatever they're offering there. So we have a little bit of a budget for it. They are going to pay us for it. So we will get paid for the time that we spend there. And then if anybody wants to come as a volunteer as well, that's welcome too, for sure. And hopefully that'll get people to sign up for the yoga class, which is going to start the next week. So we have the first event, then we have the kids and adults yoga for the next 3 Saturdays. We need a teacher for each of those. We have a kids K through 5th summer camp. This is separate from the D20 camp. This is Meadows Park Community Camp. So they're down south by Southgate. And they have summer camp all for all of June and July. And they're looking at kids class every Monday in June and July. So it's gonna be like 8 weeks, 8 classes. So that's a paid thing. And again, I think probably doing all 8 might be too much. I think it would be better to switch it out a little bit. So maybe have 2 or 3 teachers, maybe alternate, so that they get a little variety. And that'll be like our regular class, our regular kids class. We'll have a theme and an opening and a breath and a movement and a game and song and a craft, all that kind of stuff. Okay. And it'll vary each time. Obviously, it'll be different. So thinking about that, we need a kids yoga teacher for 8 sessions. Then in addition to that, we have adolescents. They're looking at 4 classes between maybe, I said May and the end of June, but I think I mean June and the end of July. Sorry about that, if you have your notes. So to include, so they're not too into yoga. if you know what I mean. You know, they think they don't want to do it maybe or whatever. So it's gonna be boys and girls mixed. So I think what we should do is create a little, something a little more than just yoga. Like I would, here's what I was thinking. I was thinking of, um, one class, they seemed interested, the leaders seemed interested in one on body image, and I do have a class on that where we do some activities on where we get our ideas of beauty in our culture. And then an example of like finding examples of, um, Photoshop images and airbrushed, it used to be airbrushed images and now it's Photoshop, but same thing, like where we're trying to live up to an expectation that's not real, the AI, basically. And so I thought that could be one, and then, like meditation and intention with making mala bracelets maybe could be another one. Um, uh, Dealing with stress, like, options, things to do with that, or maybe a community service class, or maybe a, um, journaling class, or combination of those things. But we probably have 4 adolescent classes over the summer, maybe every other week, or something like that. So that would be one teacher. Again, I don't know, same teacher or different teacher. All these things are open to observation, assisting, volunteers, anything you want to do. So, if you're getting hours or whatever, or you just want to see more of an adolescence class or whatever, join, you're welcome to join in. This is not one where you have to have a certain, like, you have to have a background check or anything like that. This is all, uh, just whatever, whoever's available is welcome. So, let's see. Okay, that's only page 1. I have like 5 pages. So I'm not complaining, but we are really, really full. Um, okay, so the next thing is, the District 20 thing is an experiment we're gonna do this coming week. I'm gonna do both the classes. Anybody who wants to come with me is welcome, because this is just feeling our way through it. We don't know what their budget is yet. I'm guessing they're gonna say it's not much. But it is District 20, and I feel like they need to come up with something that shouldn't be for free. Um, they need to, anyway, so they have a program for 18 to 21-year-olds who technically graduated from high school, but they had, special IEPs. So they may have, developmental differences, they may have intellectual disabilities, whatever the case is. And there are 4 groups of them. And I think maybe 10 is the most. So what we were going to do, or what we're thinking of doing, and we have scheduled, is Monday and Tuesday having 2 classes, one for group 1 at 10 o'clock, one for group 2 at 12:15. And then, and Laura, I've got this written down, so at times and stuff like that, you don't have to worry about. Tuesday, March 19th, the next day, we'll do 12:15 for group A and 1:15 for group B. So I'm gonna lead 4 classes in, just a few hours, and we're gonna just see what works. Each class is at a different level. So we're gonna kind of feel that out of what, it's just gonna be an experiment. And then we're gonna find out if they liked it. If they liked it, then we'll pursue funding. And if they didn't, then no loss, it doesn't seem like something that the group leaders think will go over. So that's the second thing. If it goes over, then this becomes possibly a weekly thing summer, or I'm sorry, not this summer, for the rest of the school year. So it would end in May. So it would just be a short thing, but maybe it'll happen again next year. Okay, the next event, May 2nd, 2024, Inspiration View Elementary School Night. Inspiration View Elementary School is near Woodman and Mark Sheppel, so it's out east of it, northeast. Well, northeast of me anyway, depending on where you are. This is a volunteer opportunity. This, is just a public service to the school. We try to go to health fairs at schools whenever we can. And we just have to come up with a half an hour activity, hands-on for families. So we'll be in the gym. Um, I do think sound bowls would be fun. That might be a nice addition. It will be in the evening, so that might affect your schedule, whoever ends up doing this. I think maybe two people would be good. I'm happy to go, unless two other people really want to jump on it, so. Um, yeah, I haven't thought about details yet, because that's May, like, that's like, that's like next year practically. Okay, we're almost there, almost there. And the other thing about that is when we go to that school, make sure that we're gonna bring all of our peaceful warrior information and our summer schedules and all the things that are coming up so that we can advertise a little for ourselves, which we don't always do. Um, senior chair yoga, we're still volunteering twice a month. I was supposed to go today, but it snowed. So Thursdays, I have a 10:30 a.m. class at a housing authority, apartment for low-income seniors. And then I have a 2 o'clock for, same thing, chair for seniors, another low-income senior living resident. So this is something that we would like to grow a little bit more and maybe even combine, it'd be nice if we could have the group from, you know, group A and group B come together and we could get more people that way, because right now the turnout is consistent, but it's not high. So, I'm going and volunteering to teach maybe 8 people at a time, and we could really get a lot more people in these rooms and a lot more, participation. So, well, it's nice to get quiet private classes. I think the goal is let's reach as many people as we can. So I'd like to add another senior residence into that. And then maybe we could work out ride sharing to get people to the main location, or we could go from one facility to another. One facility could host it in March and another facility could host it in April. And then that would allow the people that live there to be in their home, at least once a month or whatever. Okay. I have Dinah signed up as a volunteer, or I don't know if it's volunteer or paid, I don't remember. I think she was gonna observe senior chair, some of that senior chair yoga, so I'll keep in touch with her. The next one is the 28th, because we missed today due to snow. Senior wellness event. So some of you guys have already done that. Laura, you've done it with me. We had Suzanne do chanting. We had Melissa with oils. We did malas. We did lots of things. We've done several of them so far. They've always been really good, really well attended. And maybe some new ideas. I was thinking maybe drumming, because we haven't touched on that. Maybe that's something fun. And then we also talked about the cacao ceremony. Laura, you and I talked about that. And maybe maybe like a chair massage or like a hand massage or foot massage or something. It doesn't have to be the full chair thing, but maybe we could have somebody that does that. Anyhow, open to ideas. We can usually cover like four people at that event and pay for it. And then we do a catered lunch as well. So this is where we spend our money that we raised with doTERRA for these special events. And finally, oh no, sorry, not finally, summer camp District 20. They're looking at afternoons, 7 classes per week at 6 different locations for the whole summer. That's going to be a good moneymaker for us. It's going to be a good moneymaker for whoever wants to work hard with kids. So I think it's going to be it should be pretty structured, because it's going to be it's going to be huge is what it is. It's going to be like presenting to a big audience, which is unlike most of ours. Most of them we go around and we ask everybody's feeling and everybody's name. It's going to be none of that. It's going to be like really, I don't know, different. Yeah, maybe boot camp is, I don't know. But we'll still try to make it fun. Obviously we're going to play a lot more games and stuff, because we don't want people like taking too long coming up with, having their turn and everything. That's not gonna So it's gonna be parachute game and, like maybe the obstacle course, I think will be really good, and we can do story and we can do crafts. We just have to be, there'll be teachers there to help us, but they have to be pretty simple. Let me let Goy in.
Oh,
Hi, Goy.
hold on, hold on.
Okay.
Okay, I
Well,
just finished my yoga class.
oh my gosh.
Hop in and hop out. I haven't.
So pretty. Yeah, thank you for coming. Yeah, from one Zoom to another, right? We only have three of us here. I don't know what happened to everybody. So
Oh,
we're recording. And
okay.
what we started doing was just going through this long list. So Goy, I do have you, just to backtrack for a second. I do
I
have you.
saw another email from you, like agenda, but
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
open that yet. Yeah.
Oh, that's okay. It's just, we're just going through um, what did I do with the agenda? Here,
I saw that you will have the workshop this Saturday, right?
April 6th.
Oh no, I'm talking Laura. I think she has.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
Right? You have the workshop this Saturday?
Sorry, yeah, I do. I'm at Celestial Salt and I have vibrational sound.
Is it,
I just have class that it. That's okay. Okay, go back to Lenora. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Sorry, what was that, Lenora?
First share with us, what is it filling? Is your workshop filling?
I have 6 spaces left, so not yet.
Okay,
But I
and,
think I might have 2 or 3 people coming that are
and,
not on my
when
list.
is it again?
It's Saturday at 6 p.m.
Okay,
Yeah.
And where? Where again?
Celestial Salt. It's a metaphysical store up on Briargate and Union.
Oh, okay, up there.
Yeah, yeah. And she has a nice little space. Her beds are very comfortable.
maybe I will, not maybe, I will put that in the Peaceful Warriors post, share.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
gonna go get my planner so I can write up.
Okay, okay, good idea. Let's see, so I'm just gonna go back and, to remind Boy that she's on for that, for the 6th of April.
Oh yeah.
Um, and-
How many people?
I'm here.
Okay, so Goy, I have you down for the 6th of April for this event.
April.
Yep, for Saturday from 9 to 12.
Okay, that's what I 9 to 12. I put it 9 to 11. 9 to 12.
Okay, well, anyway, you will be from like 9 to 10. So,
Ah,
and
okay.
you can hang around after, but you know, you'll be done with your essential duties, which will be our opening sound bowls,
Mm-hmm.
our adult yoga class,
Okay.
followed by closing sound bowls. We'll bring the kids back in for that.
Not the kids.
At the end, at the
At the
end.
end. At the end, me too.
Yeah.
No,
So,
you say adults, right? Adults.
yeah, opening is gonna be a little sound bowl for everybody,
Ah, okay.
okay? Then we'll take the kids,
Okay.
or someone will take the kids. You'll stay where we are with the adults.
Okay.
Go through about a 40-minute class, maybe
Okay. Mm-hmm.
35, 40 minutes.
Okay.
Then we'll bring the kids back.
Okay.
We'll all sit or lie down,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll do sound bowls as a closing,
Okay.
okay? And then they'll go off to their stations, like, or everybody will go to wherever is set up. There'll be a station, and we don't know what yet, but there'll be like, you know, an oils place and a kids craft place and things for, healthy things for families.
Okay.
And at that point, if you want, you know, if kids want to, if you want to talk to people about the bowls or whatever, that's great. If you want to pack them up, that's great, whatever you feel comfortable with. But that'll be the end of what you have to do, or what we're requiring you to do. And then, the rest of the time, you're welcome to stay and help.
Where is it again?
Meadows Park Community Center.
Meadow
So
Park.
Meadows Park is south of us, of most of us. And it's off of the highway, off of Circle. So you
Oh.
take the, like I would take the highway south, you would take the highway south, and you get off at Circle Drive, and you go right on Lake Avenue like you were going to the Broadmoor. But way
Oh.
before that, around Venatucci, you make a right, and there's a little neighborhood in there, and that's Meadows
Yeah.
Park.
Kind of
Maybe.
have an idea which direction.
Yeah, yeah,
I will follow Google Map anyway. Yeah. Mhm.
yep, yep.
Yeah, I will.
So we have that. And then we talked about the next 3 Saturdays, who might be interested in doing an adult. I thought we changed the adult teacher so that they can get maybe 4 different teachers. So if they're beginners, they can get a feel for like 4 different styles, maybe. But there's also a kids class opening at the same time. So there's gonna be 2 classes every Saturday at the same time, one for kids and one for adults. So if you have a particular one you think you wanna teach, let me know. And,
It's gonna be at the same place again.
yeah, they'll all be at the same place, yeah.
I mean, if you have someone to do it, yeah, it's okay with me. If you don't, I could help. Yeah.
Okay,
Just
okay.
let me know. But I mark myself on the calendar on that 6th. But if you need more help on the 13th
Okay.
or later, let
I
me know.
might need one more because, well, I'm just not sure. I haven't had too many signups on that. I have Janine and June.
Okay. Mhm.
I
Yeah.
could sign up for one of them, but I'd probably teach adults more
Okay,
likely.
one adult class, okay.
Yeah.
I would prefer to teach adult too. Yeah.
Okay,
Mhm.
yeah, I think you should do it twice because then if they like it, then they're coming back to
You're
something
there.
familiar.
Yeah.
And then, so we'll have Goy
On the 6th.
on the 6th, and let's do how about the 20th?
Good. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, just
Okay.
have a break one Saturday.
Yeah, and then
My husband would not complain.
no, right, we don't want that. And Laura, how
Laura?
Rotate
about,
between
Yeah.
do you have a
13th and
date?
the 27th.
Do you have a preference?
Either the 13th or the 27th, it doesn't bother me.
Okay, let's
Yeah.
say the 13th,
Yeah.
Okay.
and then the last one I think I'll give to Janine
Okay.
on the
Janine,
27th.
I met her recently.
You did?
Yeah, actually I've met her twice, but we didn't realize we've met each other twice.
Oh, how cool. Oh,
Yeah.
great. So Janine,
Can
I'll
you
also,
read with Janine?
Sorry?
Janine Reed.
Can you read, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you know
Yeah.
her from Cambio.
I know her. Yeah. I love her. Yeah. Mhm.
So she's joining us.
I don't know
Oh,
she's
I lost
joining
it.
us. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where everybody is tonight. I don't know what happened. My internet was down most of the day, so maybe that
Yeah.
happened elsewhere in town. I don't know. I didn't get any messages from anybody though. So,
I thought I got messages and then realized it was from somebody else.
oh,
So,
yeah, I didn't get any
um,
response to yours. Okay, we're not gonna worry about it.
yeah.
Okay. So I'll write all this out, or I'll write the schedule out, Laura. You don't have to worry about who's.
So I have
Okay.
I'll
I've
put it
written
in-
pretty much
Yep,
everything you've
Okay, all
said.
right, great. And we can put it in a calendar maybe.
Yeah.
So we were talking about the District 20 summer camps.
Yeah.
These camps are gonna go for 8 weeks. There are 6 different schools hosting summer camp. And they're all in District 20. And I don't know what they are, but they're up there somewhere. And that we're being hired as a contractor to do 7 yoga classes across those 6 schools per week. So what we'll need to do is pick, like, for example, Woodman Elementary, Mondays at 1 o'clock. And a school Chipeta and Mondays at 2:30. If you wanted 2, I think you could do 2 in an afternoon if you wanted to make it worth your while. If you want to just do 1, that's fine, but I think we should have a consistent teacher with those, so that if your class is on Monday, your class is on Monday at Woodman Roberts every Monday at whatever time. I'm opening this up to as many people as can come and help and observe too, because this is gonna be a huge group. It's gonna be like calisthenics in gym or something. It's gonna be really different than most of our yoga classes. Because like I was telling Laura, we're not gonna be able to go around the room and ask for poses or names or ideas, or so it's going to be really different than most of our classes. It's not very personal.
How many teachers in one?
Well, there'll be our one teacher, and then there'll be probably two helpers
Yeah,
who work for the camp.
okay.
They'll be the camp counselors. And then hopefully we can get another volunteer from Peace Warriors to come and, assist in some way, just another body to help pass out stuff or whatever.
Mhm.
So it'll be limited in craft, it'll be limited in personal activity. We'll do a lot more physical yoga games, probably. We'll do a
Mm.
lot more, songs with movements like the yoga slide and things like that. And then, what was I gonna say? Like obstacle course, parachute, just a lot more, where everybody's involved at the same time,
Yeah.
okay?
How many
So,
kids you
a lot,
expecting?
a
A
lot,
lot. Wow.
a lot. So
What is
she
the
said,
camp?
the smaller group will be 20
Ooh.
in the gym. So I think we'll need, like, I have a microphone and a speaker, and we might need that for some of them. That's a big room to fill. So, we'll have to think about things like that, like playing our music. Is it gonna be loud enough? Is it whatever? Do we need a microphone or whatever? And we may have to pass off, from Monday to Tuesday or whatever. We'll have to reassess after the first week. Who needs what? Do we need a helper for sure? Can we not do it at all without a helper? Are we
Yeah.
dying here?
Yeah.
Or do we have a need for extra something or other, for the loudspeaker or whatever?
Have you
We-
got the dates down?
What's that?
The dates for the camp? When will happen?
Oh, uh, starting in June, ending in July.
Ooh, I might, because I'm gonna be on vacation too.
Okay, when is that?
We are thinking to go, maybe if we go to Hawaii, we're gonna go for 2 weeks
Okay.
in June. Yeah.
June?
Yeah,
Okay,
mid-June.
all right.
So
I'm
might
gonna
be
say-
last 2 weeks in June. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put you down for possible in July,
Yeah, yeah.
okay?
And I'm gonna be away for a short time in July.
Okay, do you know when at all?
It's gonna be, I think, from the 4th of July to it's about 5 days from the 4th of July.
Okay. Okay. All right, most of that is not, we don't have camp that week because of the holiday, so, but I'll make sure I don't put you down for anything during that time. So something to think about if you want, this will be $50 a class. So if you had 2 classes on a Monday, every Monday for 8 weeks, that's a nice little thing in your pocket for 2 hours of work. So if that appeals to you, we'll talk about who might want to do what. Okay. And
You
finally-
mentioned adolescents and teenagers, I think, for one
Oh,
of the
yeah. So
yeah.
back in the summer camp one, in the beginning,
I think it was, where is it? Oh, the experiment
Oh.
classes 18 to 21 years.
yeah,
And then the adolescents were June and July classes, and they're
Yes.
mixed classes. And one of them, you were saying they will have a lot of fun, they're not gonna be as resistant, not resilient. And the other one was their teenagers will be a bit resistant, adults will be a bit resistant.
right.
I wouldn't
yeah.
mind working with the 18 to 21-year-olds.
Okay, that'd be great. And I think sound would be amazing for them. Because this is
Yeah.
the disabled group, this is the, okay, and special needs, I guess we'll say, and that would be, I bet they'll really love that.
I
I
think that
bet
would
they've
be
never
good.
had anything like that. So we could teach them a little meditation, something, relax, whatever it is. So,
that
okay,
Yeah.
Talking about Laura?
what do I?
Sorry?
Yeah, the group that you're talking about, is that a camp?
Yeah, there is a camp. Okay, so we're doing an
Yeah.
experiment with District 20 with the special ed program they have for
Okay.
18 to 21-year-olds. They go to this program 4 days a week to learn new skills. So maybe some of them will be able to get a job, some of them will be in like,
Okay.
other training capabilities, whatever. I don't really know the details, but it's a program for people who have gotten out of high school with their within a special education program, and then finding like, what are they gonna do now? Where are
And
they gonna-
where are they? Like,
In District 20 admin building,
are that the
on-
big District 20?
Chapel Hills Drive.
Is that when we go to do the thumb? Oh, that's a nice building. Yeah.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's nice. So I'm hoping, they're gonna find some funding. That's what we're looking for right now, but we're gonna do a test Monday and Tuesday of this coming week.
I would like to, help with that group too, if you need help. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Now that's during the day and it's only till the end of school though, so you're still teaching.
Oh, you're talking about during the, not
Yeah.
summer.
Not summer,
Uh,
but,
yeah.
okay, so summer, there is the adolescents at the camp, at
Yeah.
Meadows Park Camp.
Ah, okay.
We'll be there for 4 sessions and we're working on developing, like 4 special classes for them. Because if we just go in and say we're doing yoga, half of them say, I don't like yoga. So we're going to go about it in a different way. For example, maybe Laura, one of them, you should do your sound bowls for them too. I might as
And you
well.
mentioned journaling too, and I'm a journaling
Yeah, and you're
mentor.
good at that, so we could get some blank journals, get
Mhm.
some art supplies. you
I
know,
could
get-
do well, I'm just gonna offer that
Okay,
to Cambio. I could do the carving. Like Thai fruit carving
ooh, carving on what?
on like
Fruit.
fruit or vegetable. I
Oh,
don't know, have you
That's
done that?
fun.
Yeah. Just Google like a Thai fruit carving, like a flower on the bell pepper, or like
Oh my
a
gosh.
leaf
You
on the
know,
cucumber.
I would like to try that with
Adult.
maybe at the same event, the family event.
Because
After,
I have a carving knife, from
okay,
Thai.
after you do yoga and sound bowls, would you do that for them? Could they try it? Like they'll try it? Is that
Yeah.
okay? Because
Well,
I
but I have to bring like fruit, like,
well, we can find fruit. We can find whatever you want.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about that because that would be something really unusual.
Yeah,
And
I
I
know.
want to do it with the adults.
You
when
have to
the
get out.
fam-
That is,
the family is there so that if anybody gets hurt, it's not our
no, yeah,
responsibility.
yeah.
So I wouldn't bring it to the adolescents and I wouldn't bring it to the kids, but I
The
think that.
kid, no, cannot. Yeah, not safe. Have to be
Okay,
quick.
so, okay, so we're almost there. That covers a lot. The last thing that came in is this preschool thing, which is really goofy. I've done it before. It's very weird. It's some company that does this, that they obviously contract with these preschools.
Huh.
So they don't even know who we are or who I am or anything, but so they find people to come and teach their classes and then they just pay out. So it's a little less than what we pay. But it is what it is, it's going directly through them, so we don't really have a choice, but there's not really a Peaceful Warriors thing, but I'm offering it to Peaceful Warriors. So there are classes in June, July, August, several sessions for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 sessions. And it's crazy. You go in, you get the 3-year-olds together you do a class for 30 minutes. That includes taking and putting on socks and shoes, so that's a short class.
Yeah.
And then you zoom over to the other class and do a 4-year-old class. And then you zoom over to the 5-year-old and you do a 30-minute class for them. So they're all like back to back like that. And they're
Oh.
very silly. It's really hard. I mean, it's different from what we do because we don't like, hello, I'm Miss Glendora and how are you today? And what's your name? And what's your favorite animal? And none of that. It's like you get started with TikTok yoga clock, you move into sun salutations, you move to a story, you do the closing namaste, and that's that. So it's very quick, very quick. But they pay like $60 for an hour and a half. They pay $80 for. Here's one for $80 for an hour. So they're all different, I guess. Oh wait, no.
Hmm.
No, I'm sorry. It's about the same pay. It's a little less than us, but I think it comes out to 40 bucks an hour instead of 50. So, it's still steady. There's plenty of them. So that's going to be in the listing. There's again, I would probably say if you take KinderCare, Vickers, Colorado Springs on Wednesdays, then if there are 3 of them, I say you do all 3 because otherwise it's too much running around like, where am I going and what am I doing? So you find the school that works for you and the days that work for you, and then those will be yours. Again, those are open for observation for anybody out there who's listening who wants to see more preschool because we haven't all done preschool. Goy, you do preschool all day long. So
Yeah, I'm pretty done with preschool. I read
Yeah.
with them every day.
by this summer,
Like during summer, I would not work like
Yeah.
at any daycare. I
Yeah.
don't know. And Prince
I-
might ask for help, but I don't plan to. I need a break from
I
preschool.
think that's great. I think that balances out really well.
Yeah.
Great
Yeah.
idea. Yeah.
Yeah, I need a break from them. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
we do.
I love them, but I need a break. So yeah, to be safe. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so that's why you get to do something that you don't normally do, with another group of people. So that's
Mhm,
great.
mhm.
Okay, so the only other information I have is that we had discussed way back a couple of times checking in with Mount Carmel and trying to offer a veterans yoga program. And I finally got up off my butt and I talked to somebody at Mount Carmel and in the program directory thing. And she said they have yoga and it's not that well received. So my thought from that is what we need is probably, or what they need to get more interest is probably a veterans run yoga program. Like if we could talk Charles, Charles Arrington. Everybody knows.
Charles?
If he would run it, that would make a good
Oh, I
program.
love Charles.
I
If you
do
can
too.
have Charles.
So, but I don't think that our demographic on the board is really cut out to work with veterans because I don't think we can bring them anything that they don't already get from their existing program. I think the only thing that we could bring to them or that they would respond better to would probably be veteran-led yoga.
Did they
And-
tell you how they run the program? If it's like they're doing it with suggestive language or if they're doing it with like direct language? Because it
Well,
might not be received.
I hope well, here's the impression I got. I don't think it was the language, like being like trauma sensitive, like that. I
Yeah.
believe it's the offering itself. I believe that the idea of a yoga class, and maybe they've even been to it and don't like it, I don't know. But I believe that what they're resisting the idea of yoga because they're veterans, they're soldiers. They're typically men. They're not, just in general, they're not the basic demographic that we're used to working with. And I think they need-
Cheryl from the
Yes.
children. She would be somebody who knows how to work with veterans.
She
I
would-
mean,
she would- That would be a good choice. That would be a good idea.
if
And
she's
we can
open
talk
to
to her
it.
about that if she wants to talk to them, and maybe we could, sponsor her as a program. But she's always at the college too, so I don't know if she really has time to come up and do
Has
that.
time. Yeah.
She's in Pueblo, and she's,
That Cheryl, the teaching at
Yeah.
Campbell, Cheryl Dry case.
yeah, her case, yeah, she's pretty busy, so I don't know if that would be something up her alley or not, but it's worth a try. Could definitely ask.
Yeah, because I learned in this teacher training that we did or are doing that one of the reasons why veterans programs for yoga aren't received is because they are doing yoga that is using the sensitive language, and they're not just having normal yoga programs that could actually bring them back into society. And because our community here hasn't been out in like war zones, so they're
Right.
not the completely traumatized soldiers that yoga sensitive programs are actually geared towards. But there is that other stigmatism that, they are men and they don't want to do yoga. But there are people that can teach yoga in a direct way that is exactly how soldiers listen to people.
Right.
So
So are you saying that the teacher's language should be more sensitive or more direct?
more direct, like if like breathe, place this thing here, not like if you want to place your hand at the top of the mat, if you want to do this, it's got to be more
Okay.
direct.
I see that, and that's how I learned too, which bring your right foot in front of you. Don't, if you feel okay with it. But
Yeah,
there's a big difference between that. The difference
yeah,
is when you say, place your right hand on the mat, it's not the same as saying, close your eyes and relax.
yeah.
When I
But there
say,
is still,
if I say, close your eyes and relax, somebody who doesn't want to close their eyes and relax, they've been
Mhm.
triggered already. So
Yeah,
I think that language is twofold. One is um, direct direction, because you
yeah,
don't want to say like, maybe put your left foot forward, maybe put it back.
Yeah.
That's not the issue. Getting in the pose
yeah,
is direct, but
yeah.
telling someone to relax, or
Hmm.
using the word just relax. That's
Yeah,
a
those are not language words I would
so
use in
there's
that
two
type
kind
of
of different things there. One
practice.
is still
Yeah,
trauma sensitive, but it's still direct. And that's what
yeah,
we need to find. But then we need to find it from the voice of someone who's been through it.
exactly. And if you
So
can,
so we're asking for a lot. We're asking for a lot
yeah.
in that teacher, and I don't know that we have access to that teacher.
Meeting.
There is someone, Jennifer Zenner is,
Yes.
I think, and I'm just kind of thinking about a list of people that could possibly be, because she might know students that are military, or um, because she's just doing a teacher training and finishing with her students, so maybe there's some students there.
I can put the word out for her. The thing is, I don't know that we can, I mean, and I think it's something we should pursue for sure. I'd like
Yeah,
to see if some of her trainees, even before we go there, would
Mhm.
like to come and be children's teachers, because we obviously need them. We're gonna have a
yeah,
lot going
yeah,
on this summer. So I'm thinking, before we fill the Mount Carmel bucket that hasn't asked us, let's try to fill the people who have asked us to come.
okay,
Even though,
yeah.
I'd like to reach out to everybody, but I'm just
I
thinking,
have it on the
August.
list of things to do for like notes. It's there for
Great,
because you've
great.
touched
Yeah.
base with them.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I wouldn't mind I wouldn't mind continuing with it, but I do know that vets are, a unique group. And, I've tried in the past to get another, military, or a real military retiree to come and teach with me, but I've never been able to get that going. Oh, and the final thing that I forgot about, that I didn't put on the agenda, is that Alicia and I were talking about maybe starting a yoga of recovery group, yoga class.
Who is
Never.
Alicia?
Alicia from Root.
Oh, I love
Yeah,
Alicia.
you know her, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I love her.
So we talked about starting with some of the teachings of a woman named Durga, and I forget her last name.
She has a class now on Wednesday after my
Yes.
class.
Yes,
Right? What's the name again? I forgot.
and she has a morning too.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
but she just
this-
started one on Wednesday after my class. Yeah, but not every Wednesday she do it, like every other week, I
Right.
think. Yeah.
Yeah, it's different. We'd have to find a time that works. So this is recovery from addiction of some sort. So we want to bring in people that are, very well trained in this, but
Yeah.
also that are willing to help train us, that we can
Yeah.
learn from this
Yeah.
community. And
Yeah.
so
Yoga therapeutics. Yeah. I might
That-
join her and learn from her sometimes. Yeah.
that may happen. Hopefully we'll talk about it in the next couple of months and see if that's something we can do. It's going to require a little more maybe dedication than some of our other classes because we want to be really consistent. We want to always have class, from 6 o'clock to 7:15, whatever it is on Wednesday, to be dependable, kind of like an AA meeting, like whether you go to your meeting, whether or not you want to, and people will show up because that's their job, that's their service, other people showing up. So it's like a kind of a commitment to that group. If the group forms and becomes a little clique, then we want to be as consistent and precise as possible with a pretty clear sense of boundaries, which is sort of like a meeting too, as far as confidentiality and safety and stuff like that. So it could be a really big deal. I mean, great, but it could also be a lot of work. And right now I'm studying an online course with just a brief one with Nikki Myers, and she's the founder of 12-step yoga and the 12-step recovery. So it's a combination of AA, NA, which is Alcohol and Narcotics Anonymous, and yoga, and the yoga sutras and the yoga yamas and yamas. So I would not be the leader of this group. We don't know who the leader would be, but it's something I'd like, that was interesting, and we have this on the table, so might be something for us to think about. And if it's not the three of us here, then maybe it's somebody else who's watching the recording who says, oh, that's my thing. That's what I love to do. Because you don't always know who's involved in that community. And I think Jennifer would be another person that we could jump on with that.
Ask her.
I think she'd be,
And if she's not the one, then she knows somebody.
she does. And so I know Jennifer is looking at selling
her
yoga
studio.
business. Her studio.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
does she have something totally different in mind that's going to take her away from all this, or can we suck her into our group?
She has a coffee shop across the road, so
Yeah.
maybe she's going into that or something.
There, okay, all right.
She was
Sure enough,
my friend. Yeah.
but she could
Well,
be
I
a
mean, that's
good resource for us.
yeah.
Are you doing YTT with her now, Laura?
Doing what?
Sorry.
Are
Oh
you?
no, I'm not doing YTT with her, but I've seen I rented from her for the
Oh,
studio,
okay.
and
got it.
she offered to one of my friends to buy her studio, and my friend turned her down. So just for oh, actually going back to that for a minute, I do know one other person that could potentially be good for a veterans program.
Okay.
And it's my friend Penelope, and she's a yoga instructor. Her husband is military.
Okay, can you put that down in the notes as
Yep,
possible?
I just did. And then, yeah, so, and as for Jennifer, she probably has students that are
Yes.
in people who she's attracted who were recovering from something. So I think that might be that. What else? Do we have anything?
That is, after the preschool, that's pretty much it.
Okay.
And then that's, and,
I'm putting these two under extras,
okay, great.
so that it's kind of clear that these are not like absolutely mandatory right now.
Yep, not immediate need.
Yeah. And then if you know anybody,
I think what the vets program would entail, similar to the recovery program, would just be a really well planned course of action. So that the students know what is gonna happen. Students know what it's about. It's
Yeah.
about, like, is it about flexibility? Is it about strength training? Is it about, you know, whatever, and so it would be like, here's what we want to learn. We want to learn about stress control. We want to learn about the breathing and the nervous system and the brain and how it works. We want, so list 4 things that we're going to cover. And that makes it more of an interesting program. If you just say, come and do yoga, I think you're going to lose a lot of people because people have a picture of what yoga is.
Mhm.
And they don't feel like
Well,
it involves them.
that
So,
is true.
and I'm happy to talk further. She said, if you have a program, to approach with, that I could present it to them and see what they say. So I'm happy to do that.
I could talk to not Carol, Melissa, the person who's in charge of the YTT, because she's
Yeah,
actually done a little bit of research on how to put a veterans program together. I can't remember why, but she said something about it in our teacher training.
okay. Yeah. Well, maybe she wants to be, she's been on our board before. Maybe she wants to help lead that.
Yeah,
So I don't know. Is her husband military?
I think maybe that's
I don't
what he
remember.
is. I can't remember.
Okay.
I have met him barely, so
Yeah, I've met him, but I
yeah.
didn't see him. Okay, so definitely put our feelers out for that. We're not going to say no to it for sure. But the input
Yeah.
that I got from them, or the report that I got from them, was right now the yoga program is not terribly successful. So we would have to maybe repackage, sort of.
I mean,
Make,
it could be like the kids program in a way, not like to be condescending or
right.
anything, but like how you wrote the program, it could be that you take things from here and there and make yoga really fun so that it is kind of like playtime for soldiers.
It could be fun. It could be fun. Yeah. It could be team sport. I don't know. It could be anything. It could be not
Yeah.
called yoga even.
Yeah.
Sometimes that happens. So, who knows? It could be, I don't know.
Melissa's a good person to ask about that because she used to teach something before she was a yoga teacher. So,
Oh, okay. Yeah, that would be perfect.
yeah.
Okay, let's run that by her. I also want to talk to Melissa before the class ends, to let the students know that we have children's
I'll let
teachers
him
step
know
up
on
and
Monday.
like, please come
Yeah.
talk to me if you want to learn
It's
stuff.
coming up on Monday. So they were asking about further stuff, and I know that Alora's in that class, and I think
Oh,
that's
good.
one of the directions she might be going. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that'd be great. So yeah, ask if you don't mind. I mean, they know I'm here, but
Yeah.
I'd love to. In
They
fact,
mentioned it actually in
good.
today. They said
So I was going to
Ontastic has
say that
that.
I am thinking of doing like a for our training, not this month, because this month didn't go. So the next one, I don't know when it'll be, maybe summer. We have 2 people on an online training right now, though, and what I'm thinking of doing is advertising in studios, and anybody who says you were referred by Cambio or by Laura or whatever, that you get cash for referring the student who signs up, because it's been impossible to sign people up. It's been ridiculous.
Yeah,
So
that is
I don't know.
interesting.
It's it's less money than the other programs, and it's Yoga Alliance accredited and blah 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 and all that, but
I'll
on
talk
the-
to, I have like all 5 of the girls in a personal message, so I can talk to
Okay,
them too.
okay,
So
yeah.
I can just send them a
And they
message
could
about it,
even,
because,
not even to sell the training, if they
yeah.
want to come and start watching and then
Even
assist
just
with some
teaching a
classes,
class,
that's
like if
gonna
they
go
could,
toward, then if they decide to get their
yeah,
certificate, that's gonna
yeah.
go towards their hours of learning. So they're,
You
kind of knocking out
just,
two things at once.
you just gave me a really good idea. So
Good to hear.
the the thing that you could do is to bring them into the program, since it's we're at the end of our teacher training. You can have them come in and observe, like you said, but it's kind of like the incentive is to get that like observation hours and teacher hours, so they can teach like a class they don't get paid for, so it's a volunteer class or something. And
Mhm.
it's like a special thing that Peaceful Warriors offers to students coming out of programs.
That's a great idea. They could put
So
together, they could put together a kids class together, like we did at the training, where each person takes a part, or they could, do it as 2 people working together to create it or whatever, and then we'll offer it as a community class and try and get the people.
yeah, and that way, because we have that part in the teacher training where we do we can offer like 6 weeks of
Like
classes for free.
Save classes, yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
that's a
people,
great idea, Laura. That's a great idea. So if Melissa doesn't offer that, if she doesn't want to do that, we would definitely try to get that going.
okay. Yeah, I'll let them know that we're thinking about that, and
That would
then
be great because then they invite their friends to come and then they know about Peaceful Warriors. So it's really reciprocal.
yeah, and I know that Alora's already helped her mom, so she can it's a safe space for her to teach.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, definitely. Okay. That's awesome. Yeah, Alora was the assistant for Melissa at Encompass Heights Elementary last
Ah.
quarter.
Mhm.
So that was a great learning experience for her and great help because that was a really big class.
Mhm.
yeah,
Okay, I'm all talked out. I'm sorry I did so much
yeah,
talking tonight, but we have so much to
to fill up.
fill that
Um,
I'm excited, but I'm also like, whoa, we
did
got things fast.
do you want me to just go over what I took notes on? Not like the full thing, but just to there are a couple things that you mentioned that so if Goy is interested.
Okay,
Uh, there's the no no maybe not the K through 6 summer class because it's like got preschool. But if there's something
so
within there, that one is
K-5 summer camp, Monday mornings in June and July.
I mean, I could do
It's not preschool, it's kids.
oh, okay.
I mean, I don't know if
Yeah,
do we
preschool
want
is before
kids
that.
over the summer or no kids at all, like absolutely no children.
I could do sometime. I mean, I could do winter camp during summer.
Okay, all right.
Okay. I'm putting
But
Goy
as I
under
mentioned,
there
that I might be
potentially.
away in mid-June.
Yeah, except for when you're away. Okay, all right.
And then going down to, we talked about the adolescents in June and July and the experiment, the 4 classes. No, that's something.
The special needs, yeah, got it.
Yeah. And then May 2nd, the Inspiration View Elementary School, the volunteer opportunity for 30-minute activity with
I have
family.
one volunteer for that. Her name is Brittany. She's new to our group. And
Okay.
I might take that with her.
Okay.
So we're probably covered on that. I
Okay.
think we're good on
And
that.
then senior chair yoga, you said you had one person.
One person interested in observing and maybe doing more of that. I think
Okay.
I had another person, I forget who it was, but somebody else said they might like to branch out and observe a few more classes of that.
Okay. I'd like to help teach a senior class at
I
some
think you'd be
point.
really good at that, so let's put you down.
I like doing that, so I'll put,
Yeah, you like the
uh,
seniors and they like you, so I think that's a good idea.
and then,
What's that? When is that? When is that with a senior?
I do seniors Thursdays, every other Thursdays
During the
Well-
school year.
during the school day. That's why you don't know about it. There you go. Yep.
yeah, and then we have the senior wellness events that go really well, and we need some people for that.
So,
And
the
it-
way I'm gonna just mention that senior wellness event is something that will happen
Summer.
over the summer.
I would love to. I'm gonna
Okay,
ask if you have
okay.
anything during summer. I love to
Okay,
be with the senior.
okay,
that's great.
so
I'll
we
put
should
you down
do,
for that for
When
sure.
is that again?
also,
You don't know the date yet,
We don't know
right?
the date yet,
Okay,
no.
just let me know. Yeah, I'm interested.
also we should probably ask you to do sound bowls because they've had my sound bowls. So we could switch
Yeah.
off the
Okay.
sound bowls.
Right, we'll get them a
Um,
variety and that'll be
mhm.
nice too.
Yeah, Crystal. Sabo.
And then I think we've covered everything else because we were all here for this part. Yeah,
Yeah.
that I've got everything written
Okay,
down. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
all right.
I just wanted to like see if there was anything that
Thank you. Thank you so much, Laura. I appreciate that.
Awesome, Roar. Yeah, I'm glad I could join a little bit.
Yeah,
but-
I'm so glad you came, Goy. Thank you so much. I know you had a really busy evening. Hey, everybody, have a great day tomorrow and a
Yeah.
great night's sleep. And
You
thank you
too.
so much
Thank you.
for coming out. And I really, really appreciate all that you do.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, have a great night.
Bye.
Guys have a night.
Say
Good
hi
night.
to Melissa for me, Laura.
I will.
Okay?
I will.
Okay.
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 Great. Bye.
Bye.